Heidi's already in camera, looking great. And we got a big heavy one. I'm gonna let Heidi pick this up off of the cart. Be aware, the box is 121 pounds, but what's inside is a lot more pounds of fun than just 121 pounds. So let's go to the intro. We'll come back to this.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
All right, something way off base than what we would normally do. And since we're RVers, we try to think of things that might happen and you might want to see, possibly. I'm going to say this is not related directly to RVing or camping necessarily, except when you're at a park that will allow ATVs. And that's what this is. It's a little kid's ATV. Our grandson, his birthday's coming up, and one of the parks that we would go to, Friendship
Acres.
Yeah, Friendship Acres, but also Paradise Lake.
Yeah.
They had golf carts everywhere, and they had kids that would ride, their power toys there, directly supervised. Not all parks allow that, so obviously check with your park. But even if you're, maybe you just have kids and want to try this out. So this is an electric ATV. It's not. This isn't crazy size. This isn't super powerful. This isn't anything that you're going to go jumping off of mountains with. This is just a nice two-wheel drive, heavy duty. Let's just call it a heavy duty Power Wheels. That's what this is. So we're going to get this out of the box, take a look at the packaging, which FedEx did their best to put a hole in it, which they did put a hole in it. And yeah, we'll see what it looks like and what it's going to take to put it together. So the shipper, when we talked with them, they thought that this might come LTL. And I told them, I said, listen, I don't have a lift gate ability, or, well, maybe a lift gate. They could do a lift gate out here, but I don't have a loading dock or pallet jacks or anything like that. And then they said, well, no problem. It'll just be delivered LTL. So I'm assuming there's going to have a lift gate. Instead, it came FedEx. They weren't even sure why it came FedEx, but nonetheless it did. So inside the box is exactly what I thought. It's almost fully assembled, all except for the handlebars. It looks like the handlebars need to go here. Need to run some bolts through there. And that's it?
Looks like it.
That makes it a lot easier.
Well, you got to do the decals.
Yeah, we definitely have to do some sort of decal work here. All right, let's get this out of here, get it together. I'll talk about any crazy assembly stuff that I have to do, but I don't think that there's anything great. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. I lifted the box up so high and then let Heidi take over the lifting part of things. And then as it did a wheelie, we let it roll out of the box with the box standing upright. Then we turned the box upside down for a workstation. Not saying that's the right thing to do, just saying that's what we did. We took the plastic off. There's the owner's manual. I'm sure it's going to talk about assembly. And the components, the batteries have kind of shifted here. We gotta loosen the bracket and put the batteries back in place, but it could be that they need some attention. I have to look in the manual to make sure, but to get into this, just reach underneath, there's in the back here, and there's a lever, and that pops the seat clean off. That lets you get to a lot more stuff a lot easier, but so far so cool. And then of course we got to bolt this down. There are some other components, so let me show you. Again, there's the seat. Here's what I can only assume is the push bar, or yeah, that's about the right length there. And then we have a couple of racks. Isn't this nice? So this one will go here, and then that one will go on the back. I'm sure there's some sort of a bolt situation here that it will line up with. We'll find out. We'll put it on there. But be, you know, aware that you are going to do some assembly. I'll take this from Heidi. She's kind of got it all laid out over here. They do give you a buggy whip flag. And then, other than the manual, we have this box, which I can only assume has a charger in it and some tools. Let's take a look. But this is the way it's going to come. Don't expect it to be completely assembled. I don't know why people don't understand that assembly, you know, it requires some skill. It's not rocket science, but it does require some skill. And whenever you buy stuff from people that have already assembled, you know, at a bike shop, they charge you for that. So if you can do this, you're saving yourself some money. Something that I have no idea until I read the manual. Oh, here we go. Maybe the answer to some of this stuff here that we was just looking. I'm sure that goes for the rack, as it's the right color. Yeah.
Yep.
And they give you a assortment of tools, a reflector. There's a key, wrenches, some bolts. Oh, nice. I see something kind of cool. Little shock absorber, and it's adjustable.
Nice.
So that's going to help out whenever you jump off of the curb that's that high or over the root in the yard. Battery charger's got to be in here. I don't even have to look. Oh, and then I think there's some information about little kids riding these things. Hey, I don't care if it does 1 mile an hour. A kid can get hurt. So be careful, please. Read and heed the warnings. Make sure your kids dress accordingly. Here's their flag for the buggy whip. And
You can take a course.
oh, you can take an ATV course.
Yeah,
And then
online.
the assembly instructions. So we're going to read these instructions. I just want to show you what it looks like and what we're going to do to get this together and how we're doing it. So we'll come back when this is all together. So here it is. It's all finished out. What do you guys think?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. There was some pretty common sense things going on as far as the build.
If you follow the step-by-step instructions, it'll get you through.
Yeah, right. So the battery bag that it comes in, whatever happened to it, it tore. The battery shifted. At some point in time, it must have gotten on its side or something. There's 3 batteries. Yeah, there's 3 little batteries in there. You have to fully charge it before you use it, which we haven't done that yet. We're not using it, obviously. Of course, check your tire pressures. There's some really cool things here. Check this out. There's a tire gauge right there. Isn't that cool? There's a key for the parents. It says low and high, obviously for some speed. And then the key for the kids, you know, so they can feel important, turn it on and off. I think it's pretty cool. It's
Got a little rack.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, you can adjust the shocks to make them harder or softer. Mm-hmm. And Heidi's about 5'4", mm-hmm. and you can kind of get an idea. This is for little kids, but not real little, 6 and older. Actually, I think it actually says under limit? 6. Yeah, so not 6 and older.
6. Yeah.
Now our grandson's getting ready to turn 6.
Yep.
So this will be perfect for him. Of course, still supervise as necessary. Let me see. I don't know anything about it. We haven't really looked. So we'll turn the key on. There's some things there. And then you got some stuff here. Let's see. Is this a... I don't know what that is. That's the lights. Cool. Oh, that's pretty cool, right?
Nice.
That's probably why there's a reflector.
There's a reflector in the
Yeah,
back.
we put the reflector on there. These are for the lights, and this is on. So if Heidi bumps the throttle,
Is the throttle here?
yeah,
So
just bump it. Ooh, there it goes. He's gonna have a blast with this.
He's gonna have lots of fun. I know.
So again, the links will be down below for this. This is called the ATV SONAR 500. There's another one, it's called, I think, Monster 500. And it's basically the same price and the same ATV and everything. We just wanted the racks. We know that he would like to strap stuff on there, and so we added the racks to them. And they're pretty sturdy. I mean, you can lift this thing with the racks. I mean, they are definitely sturdy. So if you guys are interested in this, again, links are down below. I won't have a discount code or anything in this, but if you want to support this channel and see other things just like this, please use the link. And Heidi's going to close it out.
As always, we hope to see you out there somewhere. Bye.
Bye. How cool is that? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So that's backwards, that's forwards.
There you go.
And then when you want to turn on you just push this button, and when you turn it off, it's this button. Okay, so that's on.
Turn it on.
It is on right now. It's on the slowest. Kids will have a blast though with them.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Well, it's on the low setting.
Well, I don't think we're gonna put it on that. His hand might be getting sweaty. Probably should get him some gloves.
I want to see how low get off road.
You can.
Go. Yeah, just don't hit the truck. Also, that is technically.
Okay, stop. Okay. The adult key. And I don't know if it has to stay in there. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happens now.
Yeah.